What's up, YouTube? So I got another jump seat for the truck, and I'm gonna try to work on that a little bit today. Not got a whole lot of time, but this will be probably a few days of video and stuff like that in my spare time. Hopefully I can get some more stuff done this week. So I'll bring you in and show you all that seat. Alright, here's that jump seat I got. Got a coworker, K-Mac, he gave it to me. Shout out K-Mac. Hopefully I can try to figure out how to link his channel in here. If not, I'll put it in the description. But I think it's out of a 2016 F-150, I believe. I'm going to build some tabs and stuff to mount it to on the bottom. I took the headrest off because I'm not going to need that. Plus, it's pretty close to the back glass right there. I'm going to have to guess if it's going to hit the back glass or not and try to put some tape up there or something so I can make the limits. But see right there, it's right at the edge about where the GMC console was. Then I got the computer, those lower brackets right there. So I still got to build a fuse box and all that stuff. Haven't made really any progress besides getting this since the last video. So I'm gonna try to mess a little more as I can. So I used tape on the bottom of the brackets so I can mark a little bit easier. Went above the floor about an inch to make sure I got the contour right. Alright, so I got the seat bottom kind of trimmed up. Make a little room where it wouldn't hit anymore. I'm measuring all the brackets I need to make. Started drawing them out. I have to cut all these tabs out. Testing them out that seat too. There's bolt holes right there. And there's two right there, and then there's a couple on the other side. Got it kind of propped up. And I got that tape right there to simulate the back glass being there. I want to make sure that when I flip this seat up, it's not going to hit the back glass. You got a little bit of room right there. Hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah. Get that mounted first, and then I guess I'll start messing with all this wiring and figuring out where I can have computer and stuff. Put on my safety glasses real quick. Alright, there's a fairly rough cut. Let me get the flap wheel and clean up a lot more before I drill the hole and everything in there, but that's the majority of it done. I guess I'll go on to the next one. Right, there's a rough cut of the driver's side rear. There's a rough cut of passenger side rear tab. Alright, I got this marked up. Got it trimmed up. To be honest with you, I marked this hole way off the first time. I don't know how I got that far off, but made a new line. Got it lined up right there. I got that little notch in there for the floor. I might end up trimming this end up just a little bit more so it'll be a little more level, but I think that right there should work. Another problem is there's a bracket inside of here, so I may end up having to notch this a little bit right here also. But like an elephant, one bite at a time. It'll eventually get mounted. I haven't tested any other ones though yet. I'll probably get the back mounted first, honestly, so I get it locked in place and I can move that piece of angle iron on the front end. Just so it won't move around at all. I can get that. I'm gonna swing it just a little bit, pivot it, and then weld those in place. Still debating on, you got a piece of flat plate and put it under here. So pick the seat up a 1/4 inch, but won't be that big of a deal, but get something like a little plate right here, have a little more rigidity there. I made this bracket, it's an elaborate bracket, so it could go in both of these holes. But I did not realize there was a piece on the back, so when I put this back there, it flops around real bad. It's got a bump. Show it to you if I can get the camera back there. Sheet metal's got a bump just like that in there, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to cut that in half and just use that bottom bolt. I should have done in the first place. So I cut off the excess stuff I didn't need from that bracket right there. So I got that small piece right there. Still trying to decide if I'm going to make a little piece right here and weld that to the floor, and weld that to the floor so I can just bolt it in there like that, or I can utilize that hole back there. But I'm gonna get the rest of them fitted up before I decide what I'm gonna do there. I got the console centered up about as good as it's gonna get, really. So I measured that. Just that mark on there, about halfway. It's kind of hard to measure the truck from side to side, but I marked what I thought might be close to center right there on that piece of tape. Measure from that side, this side, and then from this right here to there, and it was about a 1/4 inch off. So mark center right there, and I measure from right here to the other side. I put tape back here and got that centered up. I'm gonna double check it, make sure that it'll won't hit the back glass when I open it. And then I guess I'll start finishing up the brackets, weld some stuff together. That's the plan anyway. Got the brackets kind of halfway test fit in there. I decided to put that plate on the bottom right there, just to kind of weld that right there, and then weld it to the floor, get a little more surface area, so it won't be harder for it to bend or anything like that if it gets pushed, or hopefully not in a collision or anything, but hopefully it'll stay in place. We do have a wreck or something. I'll show you the other side. This side, the same thing. It's a little bit taller. Maybe a little more air right there, especially since that's got a big dip right there. I can get both sides of that and get a little more surface area there. Got one bracket fully welded up. Look at that bottom weld. Don't look at that top weld. Look at that bottom weld there. Nah, but I got this can on here. I figured out the best way to protect those threads right there. So it'll focus. Either way. That thing, you see all these BBs on the bottom right here. That thing has a lot of slag and throws a lot of BBs off it when you're welding that stupid flux core. Well, there's the 2 rear brackets. So I got these nuts right here. I got those. I'm pretty sure they came off the truck when I pulled the motor and stuff out. They're already like lock nuts, so I had to put any Loctite or anything on those right there, and put a washer in between there when I go to mount it. So I have a little gap in there, so it'll be easier to slide that console in and out. Won't be all tight and hard to get it in place. Put them in there and try to test fit them. Got the brackets loosely mounted in there. That's what's going with that washer right there. See all the guys building the off-road trucks and stuff with heim joints. I'll put them spacers in between, or those washers between there, so don't have to worry about it being too tight and having to hammer stuff into place. It just slides right in place. So hopefully it'll work here. We'll try to get this thing re-centered. I already got the floor sanded down pretty good with some 180, so I can get straight to bare metal so I can weld these feet on there. I'm gonna get it centered up and tack it in. So I was kind of second guessing myself, so I went ahead and put the rubber in for the back glass. Went to the furthest part of it with that tape. But you can kind of see that's kind of close, but really this seat's gonna tip forward a little bit. So I mean, There should be plenty of gap, I think. So I got to kind of sit down pretty much centered. We'll tack these in. All right, now I got the mounts tacked in. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the bolts out and slide the console up so I can go ahead and fully weld them in. Break these daggum tags. That would suck. There we go. Get those tacked in real good. I'm gonna fully weld them all the way around right here. I'll at least do some stitch welds. I'm not sure about fully welding, but I'll do some stitch welds around here. And it's pretty floppy still, so get that all burned in later on, and then I'll start working on the front ones. So a closer view of them. So I got that big pad I can weld all the way around here. Got plenty of weld. Won't be flexing or anything. It's got a little bit of movement right now, but not much. But once I get this side put down, it's not gonna move at all. Alright, got those fully welded, so let's see if this thing still slides up in there. Oh, like a glove. All right, get this thing bolted in, and I'm gonna try to work on the front mounts. All right, I'm struggling. It is about 31 degrees. I'm freezing, but I'm trying to persevere and get these things done. These are the front two brackets. I got my welder dialed in on these two. Not great, but it's better than the last one for sure. Try to get these put in and clean the floor up. Well, they're gonna mount right here. This thing can't focus. There we go. Try to clean the floor up like I did back here. Get that paint off on both sides. And I'll bolt them up same way I did last time and tack them in. Hope this light's helping a little bit. I know it's helping me. Get stuff on working, so hopefully the videos are a little better. Just got some 180 right here. So I'm gonna take this down to bare metal so I can get a good weld on it. Grab that bracket real quick so I can see how much I need to sand off. I'm not doing extra work for no reason. Get this halfway in place, see what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh yeah. Alright, so we got that right there. Again, with these washers right here. Same thing as last time, put the washer on this side of it so you get a little gap right there so it should slide right in place. Worked pretty good. For this digital angle meter, I'm gonna try to put it on the back of it, and so that's about 0.1 degrees. I'm gonna try to get this as I'm tacking it. I'll put it right there, and I'll try to get it to match that. It shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. Alright. Crack it away. Toss this bracket on. Don't forget the washer. I need to push this end down a decent amount. So I'm gonna pick this up as high as I can while I tighten that up and try to have some room to move it. More level now. Let's see. Three, so I should have picked the other side up a little bit and get it about right. Alright. Get the old welder fired up. So this is the last chance. Make sure that look it over real good. This right here to get a little bit of play to it. Make sure that it's still centered up right here where you tack it. And so I'm just gonna tack them in so I can cut off if I need to, but it's easier to do it right the first time than have to cut tacks off. Looks pretty good. Go ahead and tack this side in. I'm gonna set on kill mode. Bait mixture is good. I don't want kind of cooking or anything while I'm messing with the other one, trying to get it right. We'll go over here and try to hit it over it's flat. I'm trying to beat this into place. That's the plan anyway. Well, angle's up by 0.03 degrees. I think I can probably deal with that. That'll probably be all right. Put a couple more tacks on this real quick, and then I'm gonna, well, I'll probably leave it in place to replicate there. I'm gonna tack the back a little bit, and I'm gonna beat this down a little more. If I can get my big head in there, I will. That's pretty close. Good enough for who it's for anyway. Next step, I'm gonna pull console back out. Pull out these bad boys. I gotta bend this part on the back down too also. But that won't take but a couple swings of a hammer. Y'all probably see now while I was talking about putting the nut on there, that nut on there so I can get them back up on the side right here. Holding anything and all that junk. There's also a plastic tray that goes right here that'll be in the way too. So. I'm gonna go to the other side, pull those other two out, and slide it out. Got the center console pulled out. You see those brackets are right there now. But I still got to bend down that little tang right there. I'll go ahead and fully weld these things in and be ready to clean up, put some paint on them tomorrow when it's warmer. Alright, I'm going to burn these two front brackets in. Might have cut up the radio. I'm definitely lucky that I haven't burned a bunch of holes in that screen so far. Well, hopefully I didn't get my gauges either, but alright. That should be good enough for now. Nope, 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 not good enough. Ooh. Oh, that's on it. Alright, try that. I'm gonna burn the super back down real quick. They ain't falling out of memory, but I'm gonna finish this last weld up real quick. Phone memory was full, so I had to delete a bunch of videos, but I got all of them welded in, got it bolted in. All my center lines still line up on the back and the front, so it's all good. You can see the whole full flex, and that sucker ain't going nowhere, buddy. Well, if you stay this long, I sure appreciate you watching. Hope you learned something, or I don't know if you just enjoyed watching me be an idiot. I know it's like a simple job, but I want to make sure everything was just right, centered. I have to fill the seats and everything in here, because the last thing I want to do is redo all this crap. So I might have overcomplicated it, but it's done now. So I can start doing the wiring right here, and I got this thing fired up in a couple weeks, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. So y'all will like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one.